Grace and peace, everybody. Good afternoon. Today is Friday, April the 5th, 2024. Listen, I gotta, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing right now. There are times where where I become embarrassed for the black community. And I mean that sincerely. There are certain times in my life where I've been embarrassed for the black community. And right now, this is a time that I can add to the list of how embarrassed I am when it comes to some of the things that we put our energy into and that we're focused on, and especially when idiocracy becomes viral or it becomes mainstream, I become that much more embarrassed. But before we get into all of that, grace and peace to everybody. Thank you guys for showing up. We got Stevie Rankins up in the house. Then we also have my sister Sheila Mahone, who was up in the house. She is a member of she's a member of the channel. Then we also got Lakisa. Gotta bring out the horn out too. We're on one of those as well. Thank you guys for supporting the channel on a monthly basis, financially, helping me to continue to keep putting this information out. And like I always say, your patronage is greatly appreciated because, to be honest, sometimes, well, I ain't going to say sometimes, but, you guys becoming members and stuff, that really does take somewhat of a burden off of me. Because, like I said, there's a lot of these particular apps and stuff that I pay for on a monthly basis to kind of keep this live stream going. Like, for instance, even with StreamYard, where I'm streaming from, I pay money a month for that. I got some other stuff that I'm paying monthly for. So with you guys, supporting this particular channel on a monthly basis, it does help relieve that burden. So thank you guys. Thank you. And I also see Kiana Shaw up in the house. Grace and peace, sister Kiana. All right, so y'all know that there's been this viral video. I've covered it. When was that? Maybe, what is it? Sometime last week or the week before. Anyway, there's been this video that's been out for maybe about a month now. A couple of videos, a series of these videos claiming that Putin said that Russia is now going to unite up under Black Jesus. And now Putin has, quote unquote, come out. He went into some vault, some secret hidden vault, and pulled out all of these black images of Jesus and black images of like Mary and the disciples and, et cetera, et cetera. And now Putin is just like, yo, we can't hide this truth any longer. We got to let everybody know that, Jesus is black and everybody was black. And we got some of the earliest images of Jesus that has come out proving that Jesus was a black man. And you got people who have ran with this. They've just totally run with this whole false ideology. And this is what's so frustrating to me a lot of times when it comes to our community, to where it seems as if when things like this catch fire, and I'm not saying everybody, but I think that some people are willing to let things like this just burn out of control And then when people try to put an end to it, to say, "Hey, man, listen, that's foolishness. Let's stop promoting some of this foolishness, this idiocracy that's being circulated in our communities." Then that's when, if you ain't black, you're gonna be called a racist or a suspected white supremacist. And then number two, if you're black, then they want to take your proverbial black card. They want to call you coons and Uncle Toms and all of that stuff. So Counter Shaw said that she haven't seen this, but yeah, it's going around. It's going around. Grace and peace, Elizabeth. She says, so black people love Putin now. Correct. I mean, correct, man. It's
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't know. But let's get into this article. Let's get into this article. And like I said, there's been people who've been covering this for the past few weeks. All right, so we've kind of known about it. Like I said, I've covered it. I've even done a parody video addressing this last week, and but now it's caught the mainstream media's attention. Now mainstream media is looking at this crap, and now now they have to try to find a way to debunk it because this particular ideology has gone viral. you know. But yes, just like Sister Sheila says, you guys go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. You guys see the title of this video. This is from the christianpost.com. All right, it says viral TikTok videos claim Putin shows Jesus as black in historic icons. Grace and peace, G Love. What did G Love say before we get started? G Love says, first of all, I'm not even streaming on there we go. I'm not even streaming on Instagram yet. All right. Anyway, G Love says, first of all, why would Putin all of a sudden make a statement like this out of nowhere? This man got a war and major issues, but he's going to drop everything and make this statement. Correct. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what the mainstream media's take on this. Sources of viral videos on the social platform TikTok are claiming that Russian President Vladimir Putin recently opened up a vault, revealing historic icons depicting Jesus, the Virgin Mary, and his disciples as black. Fact checkers from news agencies like Reuters have gotten involved with this. I'm just like, Reuters and AFP, which is another big, huge media publication, right? Reuters and AFP say, however, that claim is fabricated. In one video shared on TikTok entitled, quote, Putin reveals truth, Black Christ, end quotes, the Russian president unveils a painting of a dark-skinned Jesus framed inside an ornate box. An AFP report points out that the clip of Putin and the icon came from a visit made to Russian troops stationed in Ukraine's annexed Kherson region in April 2023. During the visit, Putin presented them with a Russian Orthodox icon that belonged to a 19th century defense minister. 19th century. All right. So this is not something from like the first or second century. This is something that is recent. So when we're talking about the 19th century, that's roughly the 1800s. So this is the video that has been in question. All right. Let's see if we can go ahead and play this real quick. Oh, y'all know I gotta turn the music off because I don't want to get a copyright strike. All right, so let's watch this. Let's see if we can watch this. All right, hold on. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's not it. Let me try to go back. I don't know. What did I do? Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. So, y'all, here's a box of Vladimir Putin, right? He's opening up this box. And this is what the article is referring to. Now, people have taken this in these images, right? Look, Moses, they couldn't, you know. And listen, shout out to Vocab Malone yesterday, right? Because he was covering this. He was covering this yesterday. Now, look at this Peter and Paul. They couldn't even put the ampersand. Peter and Paul, Jesus and the disciples. Let's watch it again. This is going viral. This is what's going viral. Putin reveals truth, Black Christ. Which had nothing to do with Putin trying to reveal that Jesus was black. But nonsense like this has gone viral, right? Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Reuters reports that Russia's Orthodox Church celebrated Easter on April 16th that year, suggesting the gifting of the icon was a gesture marketing the celebration of the holy day. Another viral clip uses footage from Putin's 2023 New Year's Eve address, including an English voiceover and a caption alleging, quote, Putin claims Russia under the guidance of Black Jesus, end quote. It's like Sister Sheila says. She says, why would Putin even care? And listen, as you guys come in, go ahead, hit that like button, no matter what social media platform that you're watching from, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Go ahead and hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. Quote, AFP's archives also include a transcript of the video which confirms that Putin makes no mention of Christ, religion in the speech, but rather praises the Russian army and country for being, quote unquote, united behind the Kremlin, the AFP report states. Russian icons are described as paintings done on a wooden board, usually of a religious subject. According to the Russian-American company in Sitka, Alaska, icons, which can be dated back to the 10th century, were also created in copper, brass, and silver. So it's not like people are making these particular images black because Jesus was black. Because none of these paintings are even remotely close to the time that Jesus and the disciples actually walked the earth. A lot of these icons and these images and these paintings are like 1,000 years after Jesus walked the earth. So, the fact that people have taken this and they've run with it really, to me, is like mind boggling. I'm like, to be honest, man, it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. And again, no matter how much people try to address this will be like my second time addressing this in total. People will still look at this and say, hey, you know what? Doesn't matter. Don't matter. They can't hide the truth. They've been trying to hide the truth from us all of this time. And there's some people, no matter what you say, they're just not going to hear it. Quote, following strict guidelines of orthodoxy, these objects of fine religious art are essentially copies of depictions of saints and scenes such as the Virgin Mary that date to antiquity in the history of the church, end quote, the company noted. An English translation of Father Vladimir Ivanov's book, Russian Icons, highlights the works of great Russian iconographers such as Andrei Rublev, Dionysi, and Simon Ushakov. Many of the icons highlighted in the viral videos depict religious figures with dark skin, which is associated with more popular art like the quote-unquote Black Madonna. So a lot of people have taken this and said that, hey, this is evidence, of a black Jesus, According to Michael Duracy of the University of Dayton, there has been much controversy about the pigmentation of religious figures reflected in icons such as the Black Madonna, and noted that the researchers have suggested a number of possible reasons why some icons have darker skin. And this is what you guys have to pay attention to. So it's not like there's this cover up, this media cover up, and this conspiracy to try to hide what the true people of Israel looked like, and oh, they were all black. But now people want to just whitewash history because they want to give you white Jesus. So therefore, all of these other icons that have dark skin or dark pigmentation, they want you to throw all of that out. They want to hide that from you and just give you white Jesus. And that's why the black mind is just so in bondage and enslaved, because, you know, when you see that white Jesus, see, you think that Jesus is God. So they teaching you that Jesus is God, but then they paint him as a white man. So then therefore you think that white people are God and white people have a deity and all of these idiotic talking points. And this is what they're trying to get to. But let's see how this article explains why some of the pigmentation in some of these and some of the artwork and the icons are actually dark. Dark brown or black Madonnas could have been created to reflect the physiognomy and skin pigmentation matching that of the indigenous population where the art was created, he wrote. Environmental facts such as the deterioration of lead-based paints, the accumulation of smoke from the use of votive candles, and the accumulation of grime over the ages could have also caused a darkening of the art, he added. Some people ain't going to want to hear that. They're not going to want to hear that because, nope, the pictures say that they black. And if you say anything otherwise, then that means that you know, you just trying to hide the truth. You just want white Jesus. Now that's what they're going to say. There are also cases where researchers could not provide an explanation for the pigmented icons beyond what was presented. There are also some cases where researchers, I already read that. While some Western media personalities like Megyn Kelly has famously claimed that Jesus was a white man. The late iconic evangelist Billy Graham argued several times in his sermons that Jesus was not. I hit that again. Yeah, that whole thing with Megyn Kelly, that was just
Bruh.
Yeah, that almost went viral too. People saying that Megyn Kelly said that Jesus was white. See, that's the thing. You got these people that want to give you a white Jesus. Let's see what Billy Graham said back in the day. Quote, "Don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry the cross was a black man." Uh-oh. Ooh, gotta hit that again. Woo. Late, great Billy Graham. And don't ever forget another thing. Jesus belonged to Africa as much as he does to Europe and Asia. He was born in that part of the world that touches Africa, Asia, and Europe. Jesus was not a white man like me, nor was he as black as some of you, Graham explained from a clip from an old sermon. I think this was like the late 70s or something like that. Oh, it was. 1973. Grace and Peace, Rechurch, Grace and Peace. Go ahead and give you that hug and a hand clap for being a member of this particular channel. And as always, thank you. Your patronage is greatly appreciated. All right, so this is Billy Graham. Quote, "We don't know what the color of his skin was, but it must have been a dark color like the people of his day because he was a man like them. Don't ever say it's a white man's religion or a black man's religion. It's a world religion. He belongs to the world." End quote. Hold on. Let me go back. Y'all know I got to put my B3 out on that. We're going to have to put the B3 out on that one. And I don't know what's going on. Look at that. My stream deck acting up again. Look at that. It's freezing. I don't know. Whenever the B3 comes up, it comes up. All right. He expressed similar sentiments during a 1973 sermon he preached in South Africa. So I guess this one, okay, so he did it again in 1973, but I guess in this particular statement right here, that was a different time. I don't know what's going on with my stream deck, but anyway, but that's the end of this article. It was pretty short, pretty short article. Um, but yeah, actually I forgot you guys to. Here we go. I don't know what's going on in the stream, but look at it. It's just 5 minutes later. Now it want to pop up. But I forgot to ask you guys in this live poll. Let's go ahead and start reading these results where I'm asking on YouTube. Did Putin actually reveal Jesus was black regardless of the TikTok video? So far, 0% of you say yes. Look at the images. All of you guys say no, there's context to them. And 0% of you say maybe, maybe not. So, it seems like that we're all on one accord with that. That there is that there is, that there is context to this. That there is context to these images. And like I was saying at the beginning of this live stream, this is where I become so embarrassed with the black community. I really do. And I mean that sincerely, like I was saying earlier. This might be a Kuna without a moment right here. Yeah. This is a Kuna without a moment right here. I'm so embarrassed because it seems as if we'll take falsehood and we'll run with it. I mean, you mean to tell me that something like this can go viral and we can get all types of engagement from the black community and people will take stuff like this and share it like it's the truth? But we can't get that same energy when it comes to something positive and that is informative, that is going to help the black community. Won't get that same energy. Something fake and false, oh yeah. Yeah, we gonna take our time, go to social media, and find a way to fabricate some videos just so what? So we can make people feel good just for a certain amount of time. Grace and peace, Mr. Irv, who is just joining us on YouTube. But then when you talk about things such as the gospel, how the church has been the backbone of the black community, people don't even want to, they don't even want to touch on that. Folks who have benefited from the churches in the black community. Some of these churches put up money to get certain people lawyers to keep them out of jail for being, arrested on trumped up bogus charges. The church in the black community has paid people's rent, paid people's car notes, fed them, gave them food, supplied, a lot of needs for different families in the black community. Got to get out of the church. That's the quote unquote white man's religion. Can't even have a discussion with some of these people about what is true and what is myth. And I'm so embarrassed right now that the mainstream media had to pick this up because black people believed that a video that was clearly fabricated, and they took this and they ran with it and they shared it all over social media. Now mainstream media had to pick this up and basically come out and say, hey, listen, fact check, this is wrong. But that's not even where the embarrassment stops for me. The embarrassment is when people will turn around and say, oh, well, that's just the white man trying to keep you in the dark. Instead of just saying that, let's look at all of the facts and evidence and let's just weigh it out and let's just see where does the facts and evidence take us. Nope. That's white supremacy. This is what white supremacy do. They want you to believe and worship a white Jesus. That's what they're going to tell you. And we wonder why nobody takes the black community seriously when it's time for us to get, certain laws brought to the table. If we're trying to accomplish certain things in the black community that is going to help benefit our community. That's why the whole reparations talk is not getting off the table. Oh. I know a lot of people want to talk about, reparations this and reparations that. This is why the conversation never gets off the table. Because we got people that spend so much time supporting garbage like this. They take all of their time and pour it in the trash like this to where it goes viral. So therefore, when you do try to bring some serious conversation to the table, we can't even get past each other in our own community. We can't even have some of the black thinkers in our community to be able to come together and start weighing stuff out to say, hey, okay, if we're really going to be serious about reparations, let's come to the table and talk. Let's set up some moderated debates. And not only just set up the moderated debates, we're going to let the people decide. Let's come together, put our minds together, and see if we can come together and maybe get some things popping in the black community. Can't even do that because as soon as I disagree with you, Coon, give me your black card. Sambo, Uncle Tom, you must have a white wife. You love white people. You want to worship white Jesus. And these are the type of people that take this trash and garbage and reshare it and repost it to their social media sites. Look at some of these clips from these TikTok videos. Look, almost 1 million views right here on this guy's. Almost 100,000 on this other one right here. 2 million views right here. The caption is that they lied to us. 2 million views on a doctored video by President Putin of Russia. And people think that the Russians or Vladimir Putin, as a matter of fact, somehow loves black people that much to where he's just like, hey, listen, we want to let the whole world know that Jesus is black and we got the images to prove it. Have you guys ever, done any research to see how are black people treated in Russia or how they're viewed in Russia? Just asking. But again, this is where I become embarrassed because it seems as if our own community, except for a handful of us, us coons and sambos, except for us coons and sambos, we, a handful of us, we have to actually step in and say, hey man, listen, that's not accurate. Stop sharing and start reposting stuff like this. Because it's really not, it's really not helping our community. That's why, again, we can't get anything done in our community. This is a prime example of it. And just like Sheila says, yes, they view us in a negative light. She's talking about Russia and, Vladimir Putin and all of those people. And a lot of people think that they live in this fantasy world, in this bubble, thinking that somehow your melanin, it has some type of magical powers, and people are trying to suppress that. Take it from me, the Coon, the Sambo, the Uncle Tom, the one that you guys say that has a white wife, although my wife is darker than a lot of y'all who claim that my wife is white. Take it from me. And I have to tell you guys, I got to keep bringing this up. Those people who you think that are trying to hide the truth from y'all, they are not thinking about y'all. I'm going to tell you what I've heard come out of the mouths of some of these people that you consider quote unquote suspected white supremacists. And these people have said it over and over. Why would I have to worry about hiding any information from you when, number one, I know that you ain't going to pick up a book and go read it. And number two, you're already doing more damage to your community than I could ever do. You've done way more damage to your own community than the KKK, the skinheads, the neo-Nazis, and all of them combined. They're just like, man, we focus on something else. We way over here. We looking at the whole spectrum. And you guys are just focused on this one little piece. Those skinheads and those neo-Nazis and those white supremacists, they are not worried about y'all at all. Because they know if trash like this could be circulated in the black community and black people will be quick to jump on this and share this like it's truth, and black people are not even willing to do the due diligence of just doing a simple fact check, it's like, why even sit back and waste my time trying to hide anything from these people when these people are diving head first, hook, line, and sinker to anything that's fake, anything that makes them that makes them feel good about their blackness. Oh, they'll hop on it. And what do some of these people do? So you'll get some of the liberal white people who will do what? They find that as a way to grift off of the black community. I wish I had time. I would play that Malcolm X clip where he talks about the white conservative and the white liberal. You know, it's back in like 1967, 1968 or something like that. No, actually, what? When did Malcolm die? I think it was around something like that. It's one of those one of his last speeches where he's talking about the white liberal and the white conservative. I don't know. I just it really, really just frustrates me. And like I said, once again, this is really an embarrassment to the black community. It really is, to where we're not even willing to just do a simple fact check and just say, nah, man, this is going to make us look dumb. This is making us look dumb. Maybe we shouldn't be engaging in this. People talk about black excellence and black magic and this and all of this stuff. Man, people, that's in one ear and out the other, because they're just like, oh, this is black excellence right here. This is black magic. This is black girl magic. This is what melanin does. This is what happens when you open up your third eye. That's why when people say, oh man, we're going to have to take your black girl. No, here, please have it. Take that. I don't, because if this is what it means to be a black man, a woke conscious black man in America, a black man who's supposed to know who he is, and his people are, I don't want any of this. Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep this. This garbage, keep that. I don't want to be a part of it. So yes, that's why I embrace it. Yes, go ahead, call me Coon, Sambo, Uncle Tom. What do y'all got? Bootlicking? Oh yeah. Go ahead and give me all of that, because if me being the opposite of all of those things that you call me means that I have to accept this, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of it. Lakeisha says they are doom of the Antichrist comes as a black man. Yeah, I mean, for real. I mean that's that's why even when people talk about the mark of the beast and all of that stuff, the son of perdition, listen, the mark of the beast and the son of perdition and all of those things and the Antichrist, people are going to be willing to kill you to follow the Antichrist. They're going to want to kill you in order to accept the mark. That's what I'm saying, fellow Christians. Don't be confused thinking that, oh, it's going to be a bunch of stormtroopers running into your house with guns to your head saying, oh, take the mark, take the mark. No, they're going to put the mark out there. And when you look at examples like this, they ain't going to have to do much. If crap like this can go viral, all somebody got to do is put out a social media post, and it could be the mark. And people are going to be willing to kill you to get the mark. That's what true deception looks like, because that's how Satan operates. Because man loves darkness. He loves falsehood. And this is a prime example of it. That's why we're talking about the end days and what's going to be happening. Although knowledge is increasing, people are going to be falling more and more into darkness. And this is a prime example of it. So that's why when I do content like this, see, I don't do this for the black community. I don't do this for my quote unquote people that's in my neighborhood who share the same melanin account. No, I do this for the body of Christ. I do this because I want to warn the body of believers. This is what you look out for. I'm not trying to change these folks and people who hold to this. My job is not to convince you that this is fake. My job is to warn the other believers and to equip the other believers who watch my channel and who we have the same mindset, the same mind frame to say, okay, this is how you address this. So therefore, when you do come across someone who may bring this to you, this is how you can address this, and this is how you can use the gospel or utilize the gospel to defend against this fakery, you know? So that's why I'm just like, man, listen, you guys continue to be equipped. And I say this all the time. Stay in that word. Stay in the word. Know your Bible, because this is one of the attacks of the enemy. And like I said, and here's the thing. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna stop ranting. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shut my mouth and get up out of here. You may think that, man, this is just silly. This is stupid. Alton, why do you even cover stuff like this? Because it's almost guaranteed that somebody that you know or somebody that's close to you could probably look at something like this and believe that this is real. And even though there's even some people saying now that, well, I mean, okay, I can say that maybe the voiceover was fake, but these images are real. Now, maybe what the people said that Putin was saying, maybe he didn't really say it like that, but I think that Yah or the universe is using Putin to be able to show these black images. So either way around, they still exposing truth. So no matter what you say, that truth's still being exposed. But you guys I want you guys to be equipped. What does Sheila say? She says, you sound like Corey with these words. What words? What you talking about, Sister Sheila? We coming in here running interference. We got to get serious about this stuff. But anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. You guys just continue to let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. But we have to really be able to guard against this stuff. We really do. And like I said, a lot of times I hate that I have to cover foolishness like this, but in this day and age, it's necessary. And like I say all the time, you can't just tuck your head in the sand and just wait for it and think that this is going to go away. It's not. It's not. But let's continue to pray. Continue to pray. Continue to be a watchman or a watchwoman. When I say watchman, I meant, both men and women. And let's continue to stay defenders of the truth. Let's continue to stand on truth. because these days are dark, and we have to continue to be that light, that light that emanates the Holy Spirit. All right, well, listen. She said, just these mega fools. Oh no, I ain't even gonna respond. I'm gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I still love my sister Sheila. I'm gonna go ahead and give her a hand clap. Don't give her a hand clap. Yes. All right, G Love. Thank you. All right. Well, listen, y'all know what to do as we get ready to get up out of here. Like this video, rate it, share it, subscribe, hit that notifications bell if you have not done so. All right. So therefore, when I get ready to upload these videos, y'all will be the first ones to see it. Grace and peace, Ambassador Everett. Grace and peace. All right, well, listen, I will see y'all next time. Lord willing, peace.